Welcome to Silver and Gold, where history meets hard assets. We uncover the powerful role of precious metals through the most turbulent moments in economic history and what they still mean for us today. The Great Depression wasn't just a financial collapse. It was a turning point for how the United States handled money, gold, and power. And in the middle of it all, precious metals. When the stock market crashed in 1929, panic spread like wildfire. Banks were failing, people were losing jobs, and trust in the system evaporated almost overnight. In response, many Americans did what generations before them had done in times of crisis. They turned to gold. Gold hoarding became widespread. People pulled cash from banks and exchanged it for gold coins, fearing the collapse of the dollar. But this rush to safety created a serious problem for the government. Because back then, US dollars were backed by gold, and if too much gold left the banking system, the entire monetary structure risked collapse. In 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt took drastic action. He issued Executive Order 6102, requiring all Americans to hand over their gold coins, bullion, and certificates to the Federal Reserve. Private ownership of most forms of gold was suddenly illegal. In return, citizens were paid $20.67 per ounce, the official government rate. Just months later, the government raised the price of gold to $35 an ounce. This wasn't just a price change, it was a massive revaluation that increased the government's gold reserves on paper and gave them more room to expand the money supply. It helped fight deflation, but for everyday Americans, it felt like a confiscation of wealth. Silver wasn't immune to manipulation either. The government began stockpiling it, propping up prices and increasing demand through legislation. This was part of an effort to support silver miners and stabilize the economy, but it also distorted the free market. Through it all, precious metals played a double role, first as a trusted refuge, then as a tool of control. What began as individual protection ended up becoming government policy. The Great Depression showed just how powerful and dangerous precious metals can be in a crisis. Not just because of their value, but because of what governments are willing to do to control them. Thanks for joining us here at Silver and Gold. If you want to understand how gold and silver have shaped and continue to shape the world around us, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. The past has lessons. And metals? Don't forget,